Hello, welcome to the allotment here on Saturday at 1:30, the hottest time of the day, and it's probably about 34 today. It's a Friday, it's a national holiday, more about that later, but why has this year been a kind of disaster? Something in the air. The pumpkin is just going to take over the whole plot. I have to make a decision. These are the peppers I put. Look! Can you see? It's grabbed hold of it. Oh my god! It really is a kind of monster movie. Look, and there's a big spider on there, but look, can you see what it's done? It's like it's grabbed the pepper and it's just slowly strangling it. Wow. And then this one has just gone over it and just crushed it. You bloody bully. Right, I'm going to have to do something about this. It's now heading out. The thing is kind of alive, isn't it? Obviously. Yikes. I'm Frank Desley.
And I'm Des Frankley.
And Des, there's trouble at mill.
What do you mean, Frank? Trouble at mill?
It means, Des, there's something rotten in the state of Denmark.
Denmark? What are you talking about, Frank? We're not in Denmark.
Maybe something rotten in the state of Primark, for all I know.
Primark? Come on, Frank, what are you talking about? You're talking in riddles.
I'm talking about pumpkins, Des. For Cinderella, pumpkins meant a ride to the ball. But for John, very much quite the opposite.
What? You mean a ball to the ride? But that doesn't make sense. What are you talking about?
It's the pumpkin that broke the camel's back, Des, isn't it? You know, so it hasn't been quite a good season for John, and the pumpkin is just a kick.
Well, you know, Frank, it's his own fault, isn't it? You know, he's his own worst enemy. He doesn't plan anything out. He just kind of...
I suppose you're right, Des. You should get it all planned.
Yeah, get it planned.
You should know what you're doing and
Absolutely.
when you're going to do it.
That's right. I mean, you know, the important part of gardening is planning, isn't it? Season to season.
Yes.
When to put things in, when to take them out.
Put them in, take them out, Des.
Put them in,
Absolutely.
take them out. Yes.
And I think, you know, the best thing for John is just to
Yes.
clean the slate
Oh,
and
yes.
get ready for the autumn.
Yes,
and
get
the
ready
winter
for the
season.
autumn. Yes.
I'm actually quite annoyed with this pumpkin now. It's kind of pissed me off. Like, it's maybe it's my own fault for planting 4, but it's just a thug, you know. It's just a bully. So I have a good mind just to cut it all out in spite, because I'm annoyed with it. Bloody pumpkin. Hasn't been going very well this year, actually. Potatoes never let you down, do they? Obviously. But, we had some beans. But, I don't know, it's just badly planned. And look at this. Here's my neighbour. And we all started at the same time. Look at these. Beautiful. I mean, I've got a few here, but... Yeah, there you go. There's a few there, I suppose. Yeah. I'm speechless. Anyway, in other news, it's a big day here in Tokyo. I remember back in the summer of 2015. No, it would have been, 2015, I think. And Tokyo got the Olympics.
Tokyo!
And then a few years later, was it a few years later in Rio? And was it Rio the last time? And then Abe, dressed as Mario, jumped up and everyone was thinking, great! Well, here we are in 2021 and it's all gone very smoothly indeed. Small few hiccups, obviously. First, they plagiarized the logo. They made a mistake with the stadium. Then there was a global pandemic. And yesterday, or the day before, the director of the opening show was found out to have told a Holocaust joke. And the other composer actually tortured small children, disabled children. The former Prime Minister was also the head of the JOC, had to resign because of terrible sexist comments. So, a few small problems. This Olympics though has kind of opened my eyes. Like, I hadn't really thought about this part of the Olympics before. Like, I remember back in '86 and Los Angeles, and the guy with the jetpack and the old Olympic Stadium, and staying up late to watch that and thinking, yeah, this is great, isn't it? We all come together. I never really thought about what went on behind the scenes, you know, the money and the politics, because that was all nicely hidden, wasn't it, by the sport and the spectacle. And you know, it was all kept quite quiet, and don't mix politics and sport. Well, of course they were doing it, but this has just ripped asunder the veil, and we can just see that it's just about the money, isn't it? It's just about the money. So Bach and the rest of the IOC are just desperate to make sure they get their 3 billion from the broadcasting rights. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about the athletes. They don't care about the people of Tokyo or Japan. All they care about is the money and the sponsors. So it's like, oh, I get it. That's what the Olympics is. It's about money. They're basically just event promoters. It wasn't really about sport, except it is, isn't it? It is also about sport. So I feel sorry for the athletes, you know. So for them, the Olympics is the biggest sporting event. So if you want to become, you know, a legend, a world champion, you have to do it at the Olympics. No one's going to remember that you got the national, you know, 400 meter record, are they? No, but the Olympic gold medal, you know, that's a big thing. So maybe I think it's the beginning of the end of the Olympics. I think, you know, coming together was great, and Pierre de Coubertin had a great idea that we should all come together in friendly competition, not in massive consumerist, capitalist festival of excess. You know, it just doesn't work, does it? Massive rant over. Back to the garden. Like these seedlings I planted back in April, and this is as far as they've got. I just don't know what I've done wrong this year. And now the pumpkin has bloody strangled them. Look at that. Yeah, I guess sometimes you have a bad year. It's probably 99% my fault. What did I do last year that I didn't do this year with the peppers? I mean, the one thing I'm thinking is that I reused some of the soil. Well, okay, all of the soil. I reused all of the soil for this year's seeds and seedlings. I'm not happy with the way things are going, I have to say. I mean, turmeric's okay. Peppers, no. Tomatoes, no. Shiso, yeah, shiso's okay, but, you know, not so much I can do with it. Over there's nothing. So, actually, I went to the garden centre this morning with the plan of buying something, you know, to put in those spaces, but there's nothing. I think we're in that in-between time. Like, there's not much planting in July and August. Like, everything should already be established. Like those eggplants and the tomatoes. The sky's nice though, isn't it? It's hot, but love those clouds. Alright, this is John saying thank you for bearing with me. Sorry for all the rants and gardening navel gazing. I'll be back probably next week with some more.